You canceled the game? Really? Vandy, you wait until the day before, 2 o'clock, whatever the hell, and all of a sudden now you can't play the game. God, this makes me mad. Enough with these, I get it. Some games have to be canceled or whatever, but this is borderline Florida State behavior. Canceling the damn thing the day before the game. My God, man, I thought we had made it and we were going to have the game. Georgia's been lucky. It only had the one game so far, the Mizzou game. And that wasn't Georgia's issue. That was a Mizzou issue. Now, here we go with Vandy. They're 8 up. I guess, I don't know. My phone starts blowing up. Oh, Lou, the game's canceled. Have you heard the game's canceled? Lou, the game's canceled. Have you heard? Have you heard? Have you heard? So I looked into it. Yep, game's canceled. Now, I keep seeing about 3 different versions of a story about why the game is canceled, which really is irrelevant to me. The game is canceled. Who gives a shit why? I guess, okay, you don't have enough players. Okay, well, why? You barely had enough players last week. You had to bring somebody over. I guess all of your place kickers rate up with the Rona. So, of course, huge story, groundbreaking, monumental, historic. You guys know the story. What's the girl's name? First female Power 5 player. I'll put the picture up. You guys know what I'm talking about. Historic. What's the deal now? So I get, okay, maybe more players got the Rona, and so even though you have a place kicker now, you still can't play. But then there's a story going around that some of the other players on the team just refused to play in protest of the first Power 5 female football player in history. This individual here, you know what I'm talking about again. And then there's a story that the female kicker herself can't or doesn't want to play. I don't know which is which. Like I said, all that matters to me is that the game's not being played. I don't really understand why the other players on the team would quit because of the female player. They didn't quit last week. They got humiliated, but they didn't quit. Maybe they're mad that she yelled at them at halftime. You guys know who I'm talking about, the first Power 5 female football player or whatever, again, here. I don't know. And why would the girl quit? The whole thing is just weird. Why can't the girl play now? Is it that time of the month? I probably shouldn't have said that. Somebody's going to get mad about that. But to be honest, it's a legitimate question when it comes to females playing football, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, I better go back and delete that out of the video. Somebody be done got in the comment section with the type. Reported me to the cancellation police or whoever it is. I don't know. First Power 5 female player can't play, Vandy. And here's the thing, Georgia's season is over. We would have beat Vandy 40, 50 points, whatever it was. They're one of the worst teams in the Power 5. It might be the worst. Kansas maybe have something to say about it. But, I wanted to see. Listen, we could be winless. I want to see JT Daniels go out there and sling that ball around again. I was like a kid in a candy store watching that Mississippi State game. They did it against South Carolina. We didn't really do it because we didn't have to. But you had the feeling, even in the South Carolina game, didn't you? That we could have done it anytime we wanted to. I did. I honestly did. I was never worried in that South Carolina game, like, oh no, if we get a 3rd and 8, we better just run a give up play and punt the ball. There's a difference with JT Daniels in there. Now, I'm not trying to convince anybody, like I've said a million times. I'm not trying to convince anybody he's a Heisman Trophy winner or the next Justin Fields or Mac Jones or Kyle Trask or whatever. But come on, look at what we've had at the quarterback position. Look at JT Daniels. Huge upgrade. I was excited to watch him play. Plus, I obviously want him to come back next year. And let's get some more experience this year. Let's keep in mind the guy didn't play at all last year, right? So he's really only played 2 games in the last 2 seasons. I'd like to see him get a chance to play another 3 games, 2 regular season games and a bowl game. Now, they've got makeup dates for these games. Mizzou, I guess now, is supposed to be made up next week for Georgia. And then Vandy's supposed to be made up on the 19th. We'll see if both, one, or none of those games actually end up happening. We'll see. I kind of get the feeling that the way all these cancellations have been going the last couple of weeks, there's going to be a lot of teams that aren't willing to take any chances on quote-unquote meaningless games at the end of the season. I know technically no game is meaningless. You got, players that maybe want to show something to the NFL. You got players that just want to play. So I'm not trying to demean it by saying it's meaningless. But what I mean is if there's a team where the game doesn't affect, the outcome of the game won't affect any division races or anything like that, I wouldn't be surprised if some of those or a lot of those games end up not being played. I don't want that. I want Georgia to play these games. I want JT Daniels to go out, and I want to see him throw the ball to George Pickens and Jermaine Burton. Arian Smith is finally healthy. I'd like to see Darnell Washington get some more playing time this year, freshman year, heading into next year. So it's just irritating. It's irritating anytime a game gets canceled, and we've been dealing with it all year. This is the second one for Georgia. Like I said, there are some teams who've had it worse than Georgia. Listen, no matter what team you're a fan of, it's terrible. I'm a Georgia fan. I don't like it when Florida State cancels. I understand why. I'm not one of these people that thinks, oh, suck it up and play. I get it. Safety first. I understand that. But as a football fan, call me crazy. I want to see football games, and I understand. I get the seriousness of the issue. I'm not demeaning or trying to make light of the coronavirus issue. I'm really not. But both things can be true. I can agree that, the coronavirus is serious and we need to take the health and safety of the players seriously. And if a team's only got 50 or 60 players and then they can't play, that's the right thing to do. I can agree with that and also say, man, I really wish we could see these games, right? So, anyway, type on it, I guess. I don't know, but I had a good video planned for today, but I'm going to focus on that. Hell, everywhere you look, all people want to talk about is that first Power 5 female player, this, right here again. So I had the whole thing planned today for that. I'm not going to be able to do it now. Are y'all taking that vaccine? I hope we have a regular season next year. I really do. Spring football is going to be iffy. I guess the vaccines will be hopefully available for like mass consumption sometime in the spring. So I don't know. I don't know how that's going to go, but I hope whatever needs to happen to get this crap cleared up by next fall, really next summer, whatever needs to happen, I hope it happens. Because there's some great games next year like there is every year, and I don't want another season like this. This entire year has just been irritating and aggravating. So I hope we need to get this thing figured out and taken care of and gone and cured or whatever needs to happen. I don't know. But big game. Week 1. Big game week 1 next year. I don't want to spend, we'll talk a lot about that game in the off season. I don't want to take any time while we're still in this season. I don't want to take any time while we're still in this season and devote it to any games next season, even though we all know it's a big game. Plus, there's plenty of great stories and games and matchups and things like that to talk about still this year without focusing on next year. Anyway, but for example, the Power 5's first female player. Which was a good story until they ruined it by shoving it down our throats for a week straight and giving her an award she didn't earn for no reason, which took the award away from someone else, even though, they gave the award, I guess it was co-special teams player of the week. Congratulations, Kadarius Toney. Congratulations, Kadarius. You and the first female to ever play in the Power 5 right here are co-special team players of the week. Man, about them Gators. Anyway, we still do have a lot of games to watch tomorrow. I'll be on at 9 a.m. for the College Game Day Watch with Lou show over on the live channel. Make sure you subscribe to that second channel. I'll upload reaction videos on this channel all day long. And the Patreon stream is tomorrow night at 7 o'clock for the primetime games. And I was going to stream the Georgia game tomorrow on the YouTube channel, but it's not being played yet. Should I stream? The Tennessee and Florida play at 3:30. Now, I know it's not going to be a close game, but should I stream it? Should I stream anyway? Should I stream on the YouTube channel during the Tennessee-Florida game just for laughing purposes? I don't know. Let me know if that's something y'all are interested in. I stream during the afternoon games on the YouTube channel, and then I can do the Patreon stream in prime time. Anyway, I was looking forward to watching the Georgia Vandy game this weekend to see Georgia's offense and to watch history being made for the second week in a row when the Power Five's first female football player, this person, lined up to kick for Vandy, but it's not going to happen. In all seriousness, I hope everybody at Vandy is okay or will be okay. And in the grand scheme of things, I get it. This is just college football, but damn. It's been rough. It's hard for a pimp.